The GOP debate is in the history books, and ladies and gentlemen, there is a clear winner and some clear losers. Welcome back to the JP Reacts channel, my freedom-loving friend, where we like to call it the lies, hypocrisy, and corruption of tyrants, shine the light of awareness on woke absurdities, and highlight the amazing work of other freedom fighters. Before we get into my stellar analysis of the GOP debate, calling out the lies, hypocrisy, and corruption of tyrants, on that note, more lockdowns are coming! Mandates, mask mandates, already starting again. It's great, the boy's crying wolf again. Nonetheless, if you want to get your hands on all the I Will Not Comply merch, as well as some new designs around this theme, you can check them out in my freedom shop at awakenwithjp.com. On to the GOP debate. There's some losers. We'll talk about them. And there's some winners. The clearest winner of them all, ladies and gentlemen, drum roll, President Trump. You said, well, oh my gosh, well, he didn't even take part in the GOP debate. Yeah, he did not. And he won it. He won by a landslide. Just checking it out on Tucker Carlson's episode on Twitter that he aired, the not live, but freshly recorded interview with President Trump. By the way, boss move, he aired it at, I think 8:55 p.m. Eastern time. So the President Trump Tucker video started 5 minutes before the GOP debate starts on Fox. And already less than 24 hours, this video has 235 million views. That's incredible. By the time you watch this, it's going to be more than that, no doubt. And by the way, just because I'm a fan of Tucker, I love this move of his. Like, Fox fires him because they're just corrupt, tyrannical, like they're all part of the same system. Cool, we knew it. Like Fox, I was never a fan of yours. I was always a fan of Tucker's. So, as a beautiful middle finger in the face of his old employer, as well as, hey, we live in a capitalistic society, market competition, Tucker takes the GOP candidate that is by far leading in the polls, the candidate who people care about the most, the candidate who people want to watch most. He takes him, does an interview, puts that on 5 minutes, starting before Fox is running the regular GOP debate. And Tucker proves once again, Fox, you are nothing compared to what I am. I don't know what the Fox viewership was. It would shock me if it was more than 5 million, but 235 million views on this video. Tucker Carlson, President Trump. I say President Trump finished first in the GOP debates. Tucker Carlson finished second. It's amazing. I love the move against Fox. Fox is part of the establishment. By the way, Tucker Carlson and President Trump, two people the establishment is incredibly threatened by. You know how the establishment is always trying to take down President Trump. Indictments, impeachments. Fox fires Tucker Carlson. Fox and the swamp in DC. That's the establishment. They're threatened by President Trump and Tucker Carlson because those two seem to not have the establishment's best interest in heart. They seem to have the American public's best interest at heart, which means the establishment is threatened by them. Thus, Fox and the swamp, they've been trying to take down these two. These two team up and they trounce Fox. It's beautiful. And they also respectfully trounce all the candidates that were in the GOP debate. So 235 million views. Incredible. In a beautiful twist of events, without even taking part in the GOP debate, President Trump is the clear winner of the GOP debate. That is a fact, ladies and gentlemen. Can you fact check that fact? Because I'm afraid of free thinking. I need someone else to validate that. A couple other noteworthy moments in the actual GOP debate. On the whole, from what I've seen, Vivek Ramaswamy came out the best. Mike Pence came out the worst. And some are saying Vivek basically ended Pence's ill-fitted run for president. By the way, if you hear a baby screaming in the background, that's just the sound of Fox and their pain that was inflicted. So Vivek seemed to have come out the best. I would say there's a point in time where Ron DeSantis was humiliated while Vivek was looking like the strongest candidate. In fact, let's take a look at that now.
You all signed a pledge to support the eventual Republican nominee. If former President Trump is convicted in a court of law, would you still support him as your party's choice? Please raise your hand if you would.
There it is. Now, got to go to the instant replay on this, ladies and gentlemen. Would you still support President Trump if he's convicted of stuff and he's the Republican nominee? Apparently, they all signed a pledge to do that. And if you look at Vivek Ramaswamy, he is the first to raise his hand. He raises it in a very strong, confident way. Then you see the three people to Vivek's left. They are next to raise their hands. And then specifically look at Ron DeSantis and Mike Pence.
If you would.
Boom. Wow. And then Chris Christie. Wow. I'm a Ron DeSantis fan. I'm not a Ron DeSantis fan for president with who he's running against, but I so much respect and appreciation for him for what he's done as governor. So with all those disclaimers, Ron DeSantis looked like a weak, soft-willed human in this. You see how, like, one, he doesn't raise his hand right away, which means he's not confident in his decision. Then you see him look around, and then he half-heartedly raises his hand. So it's kind of like, here's a guy seemingly acting via peer pressure. Then you see Mike Pence even more weak-willed after that. Then he raises his hand. Watch it one more time, ladies and gentlemen. This is, I think, the highlight of the debate.
If you would.
And then Chris Christie's over there like, I'm still alive, but nobody cares. Now, of course, the most popular GOP candidate, President Trump, was not at the debate. And of course, at times he was the focus point of the debate. Case in point, the clip we just saw. And now we'll see Mike Pence digging himself his presidential nomination grave a little bit deeper. He is more interacting with Vivek Ramaswamy here, talking about pardoning President Trump and why Mike Pence is explaining why he's not like automatically going to pardon him.
Well, Mike, why don't you say this? Join me in making a commitment that on day one you would pardon Donald Trump. I'm the only candidate on the stage who had the courage to actually say it. That is how we move our nation forward.
I don't know
and
why
turn the
you
page
assume
forward.
that
That's
Donald
exactly
Trump
right.
will be convicted of these crimes.
You should be able to make a commitment. The same justice system that was this
Vivek,
corrupt.
Here's the difference between you and me.
Yeah, I'm not a professional politician. That's the difference. Who can answer a question?
I've actually given pardons. When I was governor of the state of Indiana, it usually follows a finding of guilt and contrition by the individual that's been convicted. So,
well, you're the most boring guy I've ever seen, Mike Pence. One of the things that just makes folks lose support of general Republicans is when they're trying to be combative with President Trump. A couple weeks ago, DeSantis came out and said, yeah, Joe Biden definitely legitimately won the election in 2020. He loses support over that. Mike Pence, he's not saying I would never pardon President Trump, but he's not saying, yes, I would pardon him. And it just, nobody likes that. I think President Trump should be pardoned. So if someone else were to be elected president. So of course, I don't like Mike Pence saying that. And nonetheless, on the whole, he just looks like a unlikable idiot when he's saying things like that. Whereas Vivek, I mentioned, I think he is the winner of the people who were actually at the debate. And he is just coming out strong. Like, yes, I would still support President Trump if he's the nominee and he's in jail. Yes, I would pardon him. That's a very strong look for Vivek Ramaswamy. Now, there's another clip of Mike Pence digging his presidential nomination grave a little bit deeper, and it comes by way of him being combative with Vivek Ramaswamy once again. You just listen, you'll hear Mike Pence insult him, and then you listen to the crowd's less than favorable reaction to Mr. Mike Pence.
I actually pushed a Deficit Reduction Act. That was the last time we actually reduced the national debt in the United States when I was the leader of House Conservatives. I balanced budgets and cut taxes when I was governor. I mean, look, Joe Biden has weakened this country at home and abroad. Now is not the time for on-the-job training. We don't need to bring in a rookie. We don't need to bring in people without experience. We need to bring
Those are very loud views. You know, and speaking of Vivek, he's saying we don't need to bring in a rookie, and that crowd just obviously the crowd loves Vivek way more than they like Mike Pence. So it's beautiful watching people dig their own graves, and especially like these people on the debate stage. I don't even know who that guy on the far left is. But most of those people, like in 9 months, but like when Kamala Harris was running as a Democrat, trying to get the nomination. You're like, oh, what? She was in the debate? I don't remember that. Most of these people are like that. We'll remember Mike Pence, DeSantis, and Vivek. These other people, their poll numbers are just way low. I mean, all their numbers are way low compared to President Trump. But nonetheless, it's just beautiful watching some of them dig their own destinies, if you will. So with that said, that's my overall analysis. And I would say, personally, I learned nothing from this debate. I don't think usable information ever comes out of debates like this. Unlike if you're listening to RFK Jr. speaking in an interview where you come away with like, dude, that is usable information. Not only like, am I learning about what he stands for, but it's like, dude, I'm kind of enlightened with information he said. None of that comes out in debates like this. It's just a popularity contest, a psychological posturing contest. So really the analysis is who seems most likable and who seems least likable after a debate like this. Once again, Vivek Ramaswamy, I think he came out looking the best. I think Mike Pence came out looking terrible. I think Ron DeSantis, it was a terrible look for him, looking around like, would you still support Trump? And then he then raises his hand, not because he wanted to, but he's like, I think I need to do this in order for some level of approval.
I will not let you down.
Not a very strong look. And then the rest of everybody, I don't think are remotely relevant on this. With Vivek Ramaswamy being actually quite supportive of President Trump, there's three possibilities on why he is doing that. One, it could be genuine, where it's not a strategy, it's just genuinely how he feels. Second possibility is it's a strategy, because he knows he'll win favor with a lot of potential Trump supporters if he is supportive of President Trump. Maybe try to kind of glide their vote into his camp. Third possibility on why Vivek is so supportive of President Trump is he's got his eye on the vice presidential slot. Some would say President Trump, one of the reasons why he's not taking part in the debate is, one, he's above it, and two, he's looking at these people as potential vice president candidates. Who would it be? Obviously, it's not going to be Mike Pence. Like that didn't work out the first time. And if he is looking at this field, and traditionally the vice presidential nominee is someone else who was primary candidate, so in all likelihood, it would be one of these people. May not be, but likely it would be. And I would say out of these people, Vivek seems the most aligned with Trump and probably the person who Trump would be most likely to pick. And I think earlier this week, Vivek came out and said, no, I wouldn't accept the vice presidential bid even if I was asked to run. I don't buy that for a second. Maybe he wouldn't. But most people in that position, they say they wouldn't because they need to have this posture of confidence. Like, dude, no, like I wouldn't accept the vice presidential bid because like I'm definitely going to be the president. Okay, I'm going to be the primary candidate. That's my analysis. This is all expert level political opinion that I'm making up as I go along. Yet I feel a sense of confidence as I'm saying it. So I believe what I think, and I want you to believe what you hear me thinking out loud. God love America. Well, I appreciate you for watching and get my take on the GOP debate. I'll be looking forward to seeing how this story continues to unfold. And I'll also be looking forward to seeing you next time for our next video, my beautiful freedom-loving friend. But before you go, I do want to tell you about something important. You know that I love Magnesium Breakthrough by Bioptimizers. I'm proud to have them as one of my longest running sponsors, but more importantly, Magnesium Breakthrough has been a complete game changer for my sleep as well as my mood and relaxation. And if you've never tried it, now's your chance. So listen up. Because this month only, you can get a free bottle of the best-selling full-spectrum supplement that contains all 7 forms of magnesium that your body craves in exactly the right balance. Bioptimizers are offering a 14-day sleep challenge. For my viewers, they're offering a free 14-day supply of Magnesium Breakthrough. All you have to do is pay for the nominal shipping fee. That's it. No strings attached, no other purchases required. The challenge is simple. Just try Magnesium Breakthrough for 14 days and experience all the positive changes. And if your sleep and energy aren't skyrocketing by the end of 14 days, you've lost nothing. And if they are, you're back on track. To get your free bottle, just go to magbreakthrough.com/JPReactsFree and enter coupon code JPReacts10. That's it. And lastly, Bioptimizers wouldn't be giving away these bottles for free if they weren't 100% confident in how effective it is. I think you'll enjoy it. And once again, to get your free 14-day supply and start the challenge right now, just go to magbreakthrough.com/JPReactsFree and enter the coupon code JPReacts10. Enjoy.